Virtual Homeschool Co-op Assignment number 5. And I'm shaking my head. And I guess the question is, what is your reasons to homeschool? Actually, I haven't recorded a video in about 3-4 weeks due to some issues at our house. Nothing bad, but I just haven't gotten around to doing anything here lately. So I'm trying to get back into this. So here's my video. So the question is, what is your reason to homeschool? And if you want to find out more information about the Virtual Homeschool Co-op, click the link below, and it will take you to a website, a blog website, that will tell you all about it and how you can participate in it. So, what is your reason to homeschool? It says, did it have to do with a situation, or did you always plan to homeschool? Before my oldest went to school, I thought about it, but then I was like, nope, I can't do it. I don't have enough patience. He needs the help because he is considered special needs. Why do I always do this? Special needs. He is considered special needs. He's not, it's hard to explain. I don't want to offend anybody. He's not as bad as other kids. Not like bad as in horrible kids, but I mean with needing help. He does need extra help, but not as, I guess in public school they call it self-contained classes. He was never in a self-contained class. He was in a regular classroom, but he was pulled out constantly for speech and OT therapy. And we did some reading tutoring. I couldn't think of it. While he was in school. He did go to school in kindergarten, 1st grade, and like 2 or 3 weeks of 2nd grade. And that's when we pulled him out. The 2 main reasons of why I decided to homeschool, which, I mean, there's a million other reasons why I was persuaded to homeschool, but the 2 main reasons why is, one, basically the principal of his school at the time, I think she's still there, she threatened me with jail time, with turning me over to the prosecuting attorney if I continue to take my child out of school 30 minutes early on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's when he received private speech, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. He has dyspraxia, and the therapies has taught him, went from not being able to speak at all at 3 years old, or almost 3 years old, to he's learning everyday life tasks. It's, you know, he was starting to learn how to read through therapies, and tying a shoe, and eating correctly, using the fork or whatever. The only time, because he was going to the therapy, it was 3 30-minute or 3 45-minute. So what would that be? 2 hours and 15 minutes of therapy on Mondays and Wednesdays. The clinic closed at 5, so the latest that we could push it back was 2:45. I checked him out of school at 2:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays, because if he didn't go to therapy on Mondays and Wednesdays and continue to go, or if he missed more than several therapy sessions, his insurance would have cut him off of it. And he needed the therapy at least twice a week to, like I said, to learn all the basic skills that didn't come easy for him. But his principal was fine with me checking him out in kindergarten and in 1st grade. And that, I mean, I did it Mondays and Wednesdays. In 2nd grade, right before school started, they have an open house. I went to the open house, and as I was leaving, she pulled me into the office and told me that a new law was passed during the summer that they had to count Caden's therapy against him, which I knew was a lie. So I contacted a disability advocate in Little Rock, and we had several meetings with them. They wasn't about to give in. So the disability advocate said I could bring I kind of, not suing, but I can't remember the word you used, against the school where they would have had to correct the situation. And Caden would have been able to go to therapy on Mondays and Wednesdays. So instead of worrying about, my child being targeted and things like that, that was when I decided to homeschool Caden. My other reason why I homeschooled, or why it was an easy answer for me at the time about the whole principal thing, was because Caden was in first grade, going into second grade. He could not do addition, couldn't do subtraction, didn't know how to read, and I had our end of the year parent-teacher conference with this first grade teacher, and she was telling me about his issues and things like that, which we all knew. Well, I knew, but there was no denying it, and I wasn't going to. I knew he was behind, and he will always be behind until he can until he's able to grasp concepts and things like that. So at the end of the thing, or at the parent-teacher conference, she was telling me that, about Caden being behind and stuff like that, and I asked her if they held back children. And she said that no, they don't. They no longer held back any kids. And I guess it was part of that No Child Left Behind thing that George Bush passed when I was even in school. So he was going into second grade. He did not know how to read. He did not know how to basically write. He didn't know how to do any kind of math. So once that stuff happened with the principal, it made the choice for homeschooling more apparent. I knew that was the right thing for us to do. And he's in fourth grade right now, and he's basically caught up with reading and math. We're starting multiplication. I know he's probably maybe middle of third grade reading level right now. He's doing well. I mean, he has flourished. And I guess the other question is, has your reasons changed? It has some, because we have recently moved, as I've said in other videos, we've moved from Arkansas to Oklahoma. And it's a very different state than what Arkansas is. They more likely encourage you to homeschool your children here in Oklahoma than they do in Arkansas. The reason why now I continue to homeschool was because of Kane being behind. I don't want him to get behind again. But the reason why is because we don't know anybody here. I don't know anything about the school districts. I don't know if they have the funds to continue to provide services to to Caden as he is in school. So for now, because we don't know if next year we move again or if we'll move back to Arkansas or what. But for now, we're continuing to homeschool because it's something we know and something we know our child is succeeding in as of right now. I mean, I probably could put him back in school, but then I would be afraid that he would get behind again and lose all the information that he has been taught so far. So for now, he's going to be homeschooled. I don't know how long he's going to be homeschooled. I mean, for now, our plan is to homeschool both of our children. I mean, it may change down the road, 3-4 years, depending on if Caden wants to go back to public school, or if our financial situation changes and things like that. So for now, we're homeschooling. So that's my reason why I homeschool Caden. So click the like if you like this video, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.